Good morning, this is Francesca Evans from LymeOnline, bringing you up to date with all of this week's stories from the Lyme Regis area. Dorset Council has announced robust plans to manage an expected influx of visitors this summer and avoid some of the antisocial behaviour seen across the county last year. Dorset attracts millions of visitors each year, but beauty spots became overcrowded last summer as the public were encouraged to enjoy staycations rather than travelling abroad amid the pandemic. Major incidents included hundreds of beachgoers being pushed together on Durdle Door Beach as air ambulances landed to attend to several people injured while tombstoning off the cliffs. Wareham Forest saw mass destruction after a disposable barbecue that was not properly disposed of started a week-long heath fire. And Lyme Regis saw an increase in antisocial behaviour and violent incidents over the summer months, resulting in the Town Council employing private security guards to patrol the seafront. Dorset Council says it is looking forward to welcoming back visitors, but will be using government funding to employ additional parking wardens, put more waste bins in place and improve signage to warn of the dangers of disposable barbecues. The council may also implement a ban on beach camping. The council said it was working with other local authorities to tackle what it described as undesirable experiences seen last summer. A man who attacked and threatened a woman with a knife as she walked along the coast path just outside of Lyme Regis has been jailed. Vitautas Osrotta, aged 30, of Plymouth, was sentenced at Bournemouth Crown Court on Monday after admitting to offences of threatening with an offensive weapon, committing an offence with the intent to commit a sexual offence, and assault by beating. He was sentenced 3 years and 4 months in prison and made the subject of a sexual harm prevention order for an indefinite period. The incident took place on the afternoon of Saturday, August 29th, when a woman in her 50s was attacked while walking on the coast path off the Charmouth Road area. The defendant ran off after being disturbed by 2 other members of the public who said they were calling the police. After a search of the area, the defendant called 999 to admit to the offence, and he was found and arrested in Broad Street. The High Street in Lyme Regis is set to close for 4 days in April for essential surfacing works. Broad Street, along with Pound Street and Sidmouth Road, will be closed from April 20th to April 23rd to allow the works to be carried out by Dorset Council. The closure will be in place from 9 AM to 4 PM daily, but the roads will be open overnight. During the closure period, there will be no on-street parking allowed, and any vehicle contravening this may be removed. Dorset Council said the roads are in a deteriorating condition and repairs are needed to help keep life-saving medicine, equipment, supplies and key workers travelling safely across the county. Events may no longer be allowed on the seafront roof above Marine Parade in Lyme Regis after concerns were raised about the safety of new glass panelling in the area. The flat roof area above businesses on Marine Parade was resurfaced last year for the cost of £650,000, which also included the installation of new glass panelling. But one of the panels was smashed by a stone just a few months later, with some of the shattered glass falling onto a family outside the arcade below. Councillors have now been asked to consider how they would like to use the flat roof area in the future, with suggestions including events such as food festivals, concerts and open-air cinemas, as has been held in the past, as well as creating an open-air restaurant or bar. However, some councillors have said that the glass safety needs to be further addressed before making any decisions on how the area should be used.
The most uppermost concern for me isn't necessarily the damage to the glass, it's the effect of it when it falls on people beneath. And when you've got the swim restaurant in particular, with people eating out and tables beneath and benches beneath, it frightens me to death that there could be glass falling on these people if a trailer or a vehicle was to actually hit a glass and it had that effect.
And finally, Lyme Regis Museum celebrated its 100th anniversary this week. While the museum building is significantly older, dating back to 1902, the attraction itself is 100 years old, having been funded by local businessman Thomas Philpott. Despite being closed under lockdown restrictions, the museum celebrated the occasion with a special announcement made by town crier Alan Vian.
Hey, yay! Hey, yay! Hey, yay! On this day, the 24th day of March, in the year of our Lord 1921, the Borough Council of Lyme Regis opened the Philpott Museum for 1 day each week, built on the site of the home of Mary Anning. So, for 100 years, the history of Lyme Regis and its people, and the fossils that make Lyme Regis the home of paleontology, have been preserved and displayed for all to see. From 1993, the museum became a charity. Every year, over 25,000 visitors are welcomed, and thousands of people are taken to the beaches of Lyme Regis to seek fossils. The trustees face the next 100 years with confidence. They will continue to protect and promote the history of Lyme Regis, provide opportunities for local people, and contribute to the economy and the well-being of Lyme Regis. They look forward to welcoming visitors back to the museum and thank their volunteers for their great support. May God bless Lyme Regis and God save the Queen.
And it's hoped the museum can hold more events to mark its centenary year when it reopens in May. Thanks for watching LymeOnline's video news bulletins. Don't forget you can catch up with all the latest local news throughout the week on the LymeOnline website, and you can also find us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Have a great weekend.